third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And a big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. It's Ajayi. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd down following the run. They'll run again with Blount. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
When talking about Cameron Hayward, I think it's a mistake if people just describe him as a base defensive end because, yes, he does hold up well against the running game and holds the point of attack. But I think he also has very good pass rush moves as he makes his way towards the quarterback.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
5. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
Antonio Brown just defies convention because when you look at his build, you see a slot receiver, a short, shifty guy, but he makes many of his plays on the outside part of the field like one of the taller, rangier receivers in the league. Excellent route runner, tremendous hands, and fantastic with the ball in his hands after the catch. Antonio Brown's one of the best ones out there.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Go! Over! Here we go! Green 39!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
I'm going to take a good, strong look at the veteran presence in the secondary that is Malcolm Jenkins. Starts at safety, plays cornerback when they go into their nickel sets. He can move inside and cover the slot receivers. He's also a guy who knows how to turn the football around when he picks it off. 3 interceptions in 2016, 2 of them returned for touchdowns.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now, I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Had a nice broken tackle, and then brought down right around the 20. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Three yards to go here on 2nd down.
Watching that, Marty! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
3-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
All right, now, look. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
Again, it's Bell. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a first down carry by Bell. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
Green 39! Green 39!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Hayward. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
This is Ajayi. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 83 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Gone! Let's go! 3-19!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go! Green, back to Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. Back to throw here. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Super Bowl 52 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line. Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions. And he's got it up and through. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Wentz. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs. Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard. He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark. Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Throwing now is Wentz. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Now Wentz signaling frantic. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Wentz now on 1st down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Play action, now Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Wentz again, and they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bud Dupree leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Elliott is good. So these two teams will head back to their respective locker rooms here in Super Bowl 52 from Minnesota. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Steelers' offense has been on the field more, but it hasn't led to a big lead. The Eagles are competing hard, and it's still very much in doubt which side will walk away with the Lombardi Trophy. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Steelers on offense midway through the second. The quick pass, it's complete, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Score now tied at 10. First and 10. Wentz is under pressure and will throw the pick. Steelers would then turn it around for the TD. Steelers up now by 7. Eagles have it late in the second. Wentz is on target here, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 7-yard line. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. The second half of Super Bowl 52 still to come as we kick it back over to Brandon and Charles in Minneapolis.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Green, 39.
They'll go again with Bell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll drop the throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. The punter, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Extra point now by Boswell. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's time for our players' spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. So we got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now it's a giant 2nd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They Ajayi. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 71 yards. And for those worried about whether or not Le'Veon's explosiveness would return, I think we just had our answer.
ACL? What ACL? This guy's back running as if he were totally healthy and never had an issue.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal.
Leopard! All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on those drives.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's Ajayi. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Blue landed.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. Bell a first down and then some. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 52. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Wentz. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw is Wentz. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Watching that body. Black guy in Philly. Here we go. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd and goal from the 5. Bell. And Bell with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Throwing is Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
2 minutes to go here in Super Bowl 52 from Minneapolis. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On play action, Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. T.J. Watt in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the... And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner. Joe Hayden with it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with it.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Again, it's Connor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. One final try now for Wentz. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked